Very good morning, students. In the previous class, we started the chapter pronouns and we discussed personal and possessive pronouns. So, today we will study the third kind of pronoun, that is demonstrative pronoun. So, what are demonstrative pronouns? Let us see. Pronouns like this, that, these, and those are your demonstrative. Okay, so these are your demonstrative pronouns. Okay, so let us understand it more. So what are demonstrative pronouns? Demonstrative pronouns that are, now try to understand, that are used to point out. Okay, so these pronouns are used to point out the objects. Okay, point out the objects. This is the definition of demonstrative pronouns. The pronouns that are used, try to understand, that are used to point out the objects which they refer. Okay, which they refer. So simple, we can say that the words which are used to point out, okay, which demonstrate something, are known as demonstrative pronouns. Are known as demonstrative pronouns. Okay, so this is the definition. Okay, now as I have said to you that this, that, these, and those are your demonstrative pronouns. Okay, now let us take some examples. It will be more easy to understand with the examples. Now see the example I am writing. This is my book. So here you can say this word is your demonstrative pronoun, because here this is pointing out the book. This is here pointing out the book. So here it becomes your demonstrative pronoun. Okay, okay, next example. These are sweet mangoes. These are sweet mangoes. So again in this sentence, these is demonstrating or pointing out mangoes. Okay, sweet mangoes. So here it becomes your demonstrative pronoun. Okay, another example. Those are juicy oranges. So again you can see here those is pointing out juicy oranges. So those is also your demonstrative pronouns. Now try to understand, my dear students, these all words, this, these, those, are used in place of noun. Okay, these are also used in place of noun, and we know that pronouns are the words which are used in place of noun. Okay, so now move on to the next kind, that is number 4, and your next kind is interrogative pronouns. Next kind is your interrogative pronoun. Interrogative. Number 4, fourth kind. Let us see what are interrogative. As you know, the name is suggesting interrogative, means the pronouns that are used to ask questions. Okay, so we can write here its a definition. Interrogative pronouns are the words that are used, okay, that are used to ask questions. Okay, so that are used to ask questions, it's very easy to understand, are called interrogative pronouns. Okay, are known as, you can write as, known as interrogative pronouns. Okay, so these words are used to ask questions. Note here. Now some examples and some words actually. What are the words? Here we write the words interrogatives like who, what, which. Okay, and you know these words are WH words, question words, who and whose. Okay, so these are the words which are known as interrogative pronouns. Okay, now let us understand with some examples. Okay, the first example is who wants who wants this pen, and question mark. So here in this sentence, try to understand who wants this pen. So here who is asking a question, right? So who is your interrogative pronoun, and who is used in place of a noun also. So who is asking, okay, who wants this pen. Another example, which is your bag. Another question, which is your bag. So which is here also interrogative pronoun, which is asking the question, which is your bag. Okay, another example, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? Question mark. So what again is your interrogative pronoun, because here it is asking the question what. क्या चाहिए आपको, what do you want to eat, आप क्या खाना पसंद करते हो. So it is asking the question. Okay. Another example, whose are those books, whose are those books. So again here whose is a word which asks the question, whose are those books. Okay, so likewise these are your interrogative pronouns. Okay, now move on to the next type. So your next type, that is fifth kind, reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. Okay, now let us try to understand what are reflexive pronouns. So first I am writing the definition. These pronouns actually reflects, okay, these pronouns reflects the action of the subject. Try to understand, these pronouns reflects the action of the subject upon the subject itself, upon the subject itself. Now the things will be more clear with an example. Okay, I have written that these pronoun reflects the action ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट. सब्जेक्ट का जो एक्शन होता है, ओके, सब्जेक्ट डज द एक्शन, तो जो सब्जेक्ट का एक्शन होता है वो उसको रिफ्लेक्ट करता है अपॉन दी सब्जेक्ट इटसेल्फ. ओके, उसी पर, अपने आप पर ही वो रिफ्लेक्ट करता है एक्शन सब्जेक्ट का. अब देखते हैं एग्जाम्पल से, विल ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड विद दी एग्जाम्पल. Now the example is, she introduced herself. She introduced herself. Now see here, she is the subject, introduced is your verb, and herself is your object. Now see here, she introduced herself means the action the action of the subject is reflected upon itself, यानी अपने आप पर ही उस एक्शन को रिफ्लेक्ट किया. she introduced herself, उसने अपने आप को introduce किया. so we can say that the action of the subject is reflected upon the subject itself. Okay, so here herself is your reflexive pronoun. This is your reflexive pronoun. Now you understand it? Okay. Now we will see another example. They enjoyed themselves. They enjoyed themselves. Now here again see subject, verb and object. Now again they enjoyed themselves. Now here again in this sentence the action of the subject they is reflected upon itself, upon the subject itself. Okay, so themselves is used for they enjoyed themselves, उन्होंने खुद ही enjoy किया. ठीक है, तो ये जो एक्शन है आपका इस सब्जेक्ट का वो अपने आप पर ही रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है, उसका जो इफ़ेक्ट है वो अपने आप पर ही है. ठीक है, तो ये themselves, इसीलिए themselves is also your reflexive pronoun. Okay, so there are some more words which are your reflexive pronoun. Let us see again another example. The cat. Another example, the cat cleaned. The cat cleaned itself. Okay, the cat cleaned itself. So here again, the subject, the action, and the object. So it is the verb, the action is reflected upon the subject itself. Okay, so itself we use for non-living things or animals. Okay, you know that. So the cat cleaned itself. So itself is again your reflexive pronoun. Okay, now I'm going to write some more words which are your reflexive pronouns. Now try to understand. We will talk about the first person. Okay, try to understand, it's very easy. First person. So what are first persons? I and we. Okay, you know that I and we are your first person. So here I is subject, it is your subject. Okay, it is your subject and its reflexive form. Okay, this is actually your personal pronoun. Okay, so its reflexive form will be I, myself, right? And we, the reflexive form of we will be ourselves. Okay, ourselves, and it is your singular form. You know that I is a singular one and we is your yes, so we, the reflexive form of we is ourselves and we is your plural form. Okay, so you know that it very well. Now ये तो बात रही फर्स्ट पर्सन की. नाउ मूव ऑन टू द second person. Second person, you know, you comes in the second person in singular form and this is your subjective case. Okay, you is always used as a subject, but it's now reflexive is yourself. If we talk about singular form, you is also used for singular and plural form. Okay, so it is your singular form, and if we talk about you as plural form, then its reflexive form will be yourselves. Okay, now move on to the third person. Third person, he, singular form, subject, reflexive case, himself. You know all these words. She, male, he is your male, she is your female, she is also singular, and its reflexive form will be herself. Then it is also your third person singular number, itself, reflexive case. And they is also your third person and its reflexive form is themselves. Okay, themselves. And it is your plural form and these are your singular form. Okay, so are you understanding all these things? He singular subjective form, okay, he its reflexive form himself, she herself, it reflexive form itself, reflexive pronouns. So these are, and they is your third person but it is in plural form, then its reflexive form will be themselves. Okay, so now see my dear students, all these words are your reflexive pronouns: myself, ourselves, yourself, yourselves, himself, herself, itself, themselves. These all words are your reflexive pronouns. Okay, and reflexive pronouns reflects the action of the subject upon itself. Okay, so we have also seen some examples. Now the the sixth type is emphasizing pronouns. The sixth kind, emphasizing, emphasizing emphasizing pronouns. Okay, so what are emphasizing? Yes, emphasizing pronouns. Okay, now it's very easy. It is similar to reflexive words. Okay, now try to understand what are emphasizing pronouns. The pronouns that are used, it's very simple, that are used to emphasize, they are just used to emphasize, they are used to just emphasize the subject of the sentence. Means emphasizing, the word also tells that these words emphasizing pronouns are used to emphasize the subject of the sentence. Okay, like now see the example. The first example, I myself baked the cake. These are very much similar to reflexive pronouns. Okay, the words are the same but they are used with the subject. These emphasizing pronouns, my dear students, always remember, emphasizing pronouns are always used with the subject. They are not used in the form of object as we have used reflexive pronouns. You must have seen that, you can see we have used reflexive pronouns always in the object form, as in the object form. You can see itself, we have seen also in other examples when we studied the reflexive pronouns that every and each word reflexive has been used in the object form. Okay, as the object form, but the difference is this between the reflexive and emphasizing, that reflexives are always used in as a subject in the sentence and emphasizing pronouns are used with the subject and they are used to emphasize the subject itself. Now here you can see in the sentence, I myself baked the cake. Here I myself is used for I. Okay, but here myself is emphasizing I, subject. Okay, this word myself is emphasizing. There is an emphasis, stress, emphasis on the subject. I myself baked the cake. मैंने खुद ही इस केक को बेक किया. ठीक है, तो ये एम्फेसाइज किया, जोर दे के उसको एक्सप्रेस किया. सो आर यू गेटिंग मी? आई माई सेल्फ बेक्ड द केक. सो हियर माई सेल्फ इज योर emphasizing pronoun. Okay, let us see another example. Next example, she herself cleaned the house. She herself cleaned the house. Again, in the sentence, she is your subject, herself is emphasizing pronoun. Cleaned the house. Again, herself is emphasizing she, subject. She herself cleaned the house. उसने खुद ही घर को साफ किया. तो यहाँ पर herself जो है वो emphasize कर रहा है she को, subject को. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए ये आपका emphasizing pronoun हो जाता है. ओके, emphasizing. Okay, so I think you must have understood the difference between reflexive and emphasizing. Okay, now I think it is enough, and the rest of the types we will do in our next class. Okay, thank you very much.